So today we're going to be building this portable table saw stand made only from scrap wood in the shop, and it didn't cost me any money to build, and it only took like less than half a day to build. So let's get to building this. Alright guys, so on the floor I just have it kind of roughly assembled the way you would. So I just cut 4 triangles. So as you can see, we have our 4 sides, and the triangles actually is what the feet sit on. So we're now going to screw all this together, and then I'll get right back. Alright guys, so here's where we're at right now. As you can see, I added a center piece to the middle, and you can see those triangles down there. So the feet will sit in these little pockets here. As you can see, I have my lovely white oak things to mount my casters on. These casters were actually from an old kind of entertainment centre from like my parents had since like the 90s. So it was in the attic for a long time, so I'm just going to reuse them. So I'm just going to use some small screws. You could use bolts if you want, but I don't feel it necessary. And to be honest, I really should be pre-drilling these holes, but the thing is I don't have a drill bit small enough, so I did, but they keep breaking. Well guys, you guessed it, I made a mistake again. It seems like since I started doing YouTube I've been cursed, but anyway, what happened was this length from this part to this part I just measured exactly, but what I should have done is added the thickness of this, because now these aren't dropping into here. So I'm going to think of a solution and then come back to you. Alright guys, so do you want to see my ingenious idea? See that little part there? Because I built this on a Black & Decker workmate, this actually raises up. So, because usually you'd want to fold it, but because I have it mounted up here with the screws, I can't close it a lot. So what I'm actually going to do is unscrew those screws right up there, and then put them in a different position and fold this in a bit. So it's a bit of a mad solution, but I don't have any wood to cut a longer piece or that, so that's what I'm going to try anyway. Well, who's a genius or what, lads? I got it. As you can see, it's kind of higher up now, but I tightened all the bolts, so it's just as stiff as ever. It fits in now. The only thing, I don't know if the camera can really see it that well, but it's crooked. So what we're going to do is we're going to put little pieces on top of those feet, so that way it will lift it up. So I'll do that, and now we'll go on to putting the wheels on. Alright, so I've already put the screws in these true holes here, and you want to make sure that it has enough clearance for it to bend down. Now I'm going to use 2 butt hinges on the other one, and this is a piano hinge, so any hinge I really have. And what I'm going to do is I have some shims to try and just give me a bit of a helping hand, and basically I'm just going to screw this in like at an angle. So it is awkward, but whatever you can do to kind of get it, just try that, and it may take a bit of fiddling, but you will get it eventually. Alright, so we have our block drilled out with our 2 holes. As you can see, they don't need to be perfect, and this is going to go on that center support, so the threaded rod will fit in here and it will push down on the other pieces. So now I need to do is screw it in to the support piece from underneath. So here it is guys, as you can see I put these 2 little hooks on, so all I need to get is the threaded rod, and that just hooks under. Basically what the threaded rod does is it'll push down on these and it'll hook underneath, you can roll it around to wherever you want to go, and then when you're done you unhook it and then it just drops down. So, and the only problem with this is they have to be facing that way for whatever reason, the way I built it. But anyway, it just pushes up and goes. Well guys, I changed these little blocks for oak because I realised that pine was just too small. And what I actually did was I drilled smaller holes here because I found these things that I use for my router. So basically you just lift it up a slight bit, pop it underneath, then go to your other side, lift it up a bit, pop it underneath, and now you can roll it about the place. Now, one thing I didn't think about when I was doing this was the space for the casters. So when I go to move it, it's a bit rocky, it's not the smoothest, but it does the job, so it's not too bad. So thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, rate and subscribe because every subscriber counts. And go ahead and check out, I have my Keek name down here, or you could like my Facebook page. So one difference I would make with this is make sure you have space for the casters to move, because if you don't, it kind of restricts your movement a bit, but still it's dead handy to have and it's much better than the way it was. So thanks for watching guys, and remember, a clean shop is a safe shop.